All right, so let's go through our warm-up here first. Find some open space and some comfortable flooring. I'm going to use the intervals here, 20 seconds of an exercise or a stretch, 10 seconds of transition for me to explain the next thing, and then we'll keep going through. So again, find your spots, spread out. Got about 10 seconds to get ready here. We're going to start nice and easy with some jumping jacks. 3 seconds, and here we go. Get those arms up overhead. Try to stay light on your feet, staying more up on the toes. Big deep breaths. Try to keep reaching those hands up overhead. And relax. All right, next up we're going to go over some knee tugs. Knee tugs, I grab low on my shin, stand up nice and tall as I tug my knee to my chest. Alternate side to side. Here we go. Good, pull that knee up. Nice job, almost there. Keep opening up those hips. Next up, we're going to do a quad stretch. I want to grab low on my shin, pull my toes towards my shin. As I pull that leg behind me, I want to reach overhead with the opposite arm. Here we go, once again, alternating side to side as well. Keep those knees underneath you, not off to the side, underneath you. Nice job, keep it up. All right, next up we're gonna go over scoops. I pull my toes up, drive my heel into the floor, both hands up as I sit my hips back and reach for my toes. Again. Alternating side to side once again. Try and stand all the way up at the top, get those hips through. Sit your hips back to feel that hamstring stretch. Nice job. Next one here is our inverted hamstring stretch. So step up from that last one. Shoulders and hips squared to the floor, arms off to the side for balance. All right, here we go. Alternating side to side. Again, hips and shoulders spread towards the floor. Keep that back foot, the toes pointed towards the floor. Soft bend to the knee. Good, find that balance. Nice job. Next up, we're gonna do a leg cradle. I'm gonna tug a knee up towards my chest, pulling that shin across my midline as I pull it up. All right, here we go. Gently, right, pulling on that lower leg, supporting your knee with your hand. Think more about pulling that knee up towards your chest rather than cranking that leg across your body. All right, nice job. I'm going to stop the timer here. We're going to do a few exercises down on the floor now, so find a comfortable spot there. First one's going to be a nice and easy hip flexor stretch. I'm going to drive my hip forward, feeling a gentle tug on the front of my hip. Take the arm that's on the down knee side. I want to reach it up overhead. And if you can, pulling your shoulders back behind your hips, right, to really elongate everything on your torso, your abdominals, even all the way down to that hip, and then up through that shoulder too. All right, plenty of time there. Let's try the other side. Again, same setup. Push that hip forward, build some tension at the front of the hip, reaching that arm overhead, leaning that shoulder back so I'm elongating everything from my hip all the way up into my abdominals, all the way up into my shoulder. Good, hold for just a little bit longer. Relax, nice job. All right, so we worked on our hip extension, right? In a passive sense, we loosen up some of the muscles. So we are going to work out, and I do not want your muscles to be unactivated. So here we go, a good active exercise to keep those muscles warm for our exercises later. Going to be on all fours, going to take that bottom of the foot, drive it up towards the ceiling, and gently drop that leg back down. I call them kickbacks. So here we go, let's get started. We're going to try, I'm on my right side first, kicking the bottom of my foot up towards the ceiling, driving extension at the hip, just like the stretch we just did. All while keeping those muscles warm and activated for our exercises later. All right, that's plenty there. Why don't we go ahead and try the other side? Good, keep that back nice and flat. Have all the motion come from your hip. Good, just a couple more here. And relax. All right, next one, we're gonna open our hips up in that lateral plane motion, side to side. So take one foot, step it off to the side, work that down the outside of your hips, so I'm doing like the splits. Keeping my back flat, I'm gonna gently sit back and forth, rocking my hips back towards my heel, and then my hips over my legs. Down foot stays flat, my foot's in line with my knee as well. In the side view, back's nice and flat, I'm sitting back and forth. Good, once you sit back, hold that bottom position for about the next 5 seconds. All right, nice job. Let's go ahead and try out the other side again. Foot off to the side. Keep that leg flat, in line with your down knee. Legs nice and wide. I'm going to sit back and forth. Feeling a great stretch on the inside of my thigh. Again, another side view for you. Good, and then hold that bottom position, so sit back and try and hold that stretch for just about 5 seconds here. All right, and you can relax. So again, to the same concept of we just stretched our hips in another direction, loosening up the muscles, but now we want to keep those muscles activated. So here is an active exercise to work on your active range of motion, keeping those muscles warm for our workout. So keeping my back flat, hips and shoulders square to the floor, I'm going to take one knee off to the side as far as I can without shifting my hips, and then I'm going to gently bring it back down. Keeping my knee bent in this case makes it a little bit easier. If you do feel like you have the strength, you can try it with a straight leg, and I'll show you how that looks too. Again, really focusing on having the motion come from your hip and your leg, and not so much rotating your hips and your low back. All right, nice job. I'm going to go ahead and try out the other side. Again, option 1, keeping the knee bent, or option 2, legs straight. And if you did do legs straight on the other side, I encourage you to try it on this side as well. Try not to build any more asymmetries, right? You want one side stronger than the other. Nice job, keep it up. Try not to let that foot float back, keep it in line with your hip at the side. All right, good work there. We're going to move on to some upper body stretches. We're going to start with our spine, then move out to our chest and our shoulders. So here we are, sitting back. I got one elbow down on the floor, one hand on my ear. I'm going to go elbow to elbow, and then I'm going to go elbow up towards the sky. I'm trying to rotate my upper back, reaching that elbow up towards the ceiling. We're going to do about 10 seconds on each side. Keep reaching, pulling that elbow back at the top. Even eyes are following the rotation, so I'm looking up towards the ceiling. All right, let's go ahead and try the other side for me, please. Elbow to elbow, then elbow up towards the sky. All right, next one here, working a little bit more on our shoulders, our lats too. We're going to do the extended child's pose. So I'm going to reach my arms out in front of me. We're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. So keep breathing, take a few big deep breaths, and just hold tight. It's okay if your head relaxes on the floor, all good. Reach those fingertips out just a little bit. Sneak those fingers a little bit farther, get some more length. Alrighty, and you can relax there. Good work. So just like on our hips, we're going to do the same thing, pairing up our stretching with an active exercise. So we're going to be back in that extended child's pose. I'm going to do what we call swimmers, keeping my shoulders square to the floor. I'm going to reach up and overhead as high as I can, touch down by my foot and my hip. I'm going to reach back, right? Retrace that path of motion on the way back too. So I go out and back using that same plane. All right, so let's try that out. It's about 10 seconds on each side. Looking down towards the floor, keep those shoulders squared towards the ground, reaching up as high as you can. You can be down on this elbow too, that's all good. Good, almost there, just about 2 more. All right, let's go ahead and try that other side for me, please. I'll turn around so you can continue to see. Reaching out, extending that arm, drop that elbow if you need. Arms up overhead, I'm reaching down and up. Here we go. Nice, just 2 more here. Alrighty, good job there. Out there with the stretches and getting those hip muscles loosened up. We are going to move on a little bit here, just trying to get the heart rate up one last time. We're going to do some lateral foot taps. I'm just going to adjust my timer here ever so slightly. All right, so we're going to work with the 10-second interval. We're going to be standing up now. I'm in a good athletic based position. It's a bend of the knees and the hips. I'm going to take one foot and there's an imaginary line by my side. I'm going to tap it back and forth on one side, then the other side. We'll do each side 3 times. Let me adjust this just a little bit. Each side 3 times for a total of 6 rounds. So again, yeah, just right here, nice and easy. So let's get that going. Find a spot. I'm going to start on my right side. All right, and here we go. Tapping that foot back and forth. I'm leaning, stabilizing on one leg, moving that other leg nice and quick. All right, no rest. Trying to switch right away to the other side. Again, a good chance to get our heart rate up before moving to our strength series. All right, back to the first side. Round 2. Keep up that good tempo. Keep it going. As fast as you can with that foot. One last time per side. All right, final bit here. Relax. All right. Good work. Chance to grab some water, reset for just a second while I explain our first series. All right, so first series here, again, focus on lower body today. We're going to do some glute bridge marching and some extended leg hamstring lifts. So I'll show you how those both look. Glute bridge marching is here. Hips are up high. You can go elbows down for extra support or arms up in the sky to make it a little bit more challenging. I'm going to take one knee up towards my chest. I'm going to alternate back and forth. I can even try and get my knee to my hands. See how close to my face I can get my knees to my hands. All right, challenging that hip flexion. All right, then the second one is a hamstring. So 2 options. Working that hamstring and the glute. I'm going to hold. I'm doing a one-legged hold. Again, elbows down for extra support, elbows up, make it a little harder. Then your other option is to go with another knee drive here. So this one holding a little bit easier, and then the knee drive makes it a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more challenging to pull. Those are 2 options for you. On that second one, we'll do both sides, and then we'll finally get a rest because our interval is going to be 20 seconds consecutively. So I go 20 seconds to the glute bridge marching, 20 seconds on both sides of that hamstring exercise, and then we finally get a rest. And it looks like we're going to do 3 sets. All right, so find a spot laying on the floor. Starting with the glute bridge marching. Feet underneath your knees, hips are up nice and high. Pulling one knee up towards your chest, alternating back and forth. All right, here we go. Hips are up super high. Like I said, I'm driving most of my weight off my heels too. And you can see, test that flexibility, see how high you can get that knee up towards your face. Even touching it with your hands. All right, I'm going to extend my right leg and I'm going to hold that. I'm going to soft bend to my knee, other knee's up towards my chest. I'm feeling good now, so I'm going to try a little bit of that knee drive. All right, here I go on the other side, get myself set. Feeling the position. Not too bad, so I'm going to try and get that knee drive going. Yeah, head up or head down, either one is just fine. It's basically just my shoulders and my heel that are on the floor. Nice job. All right, 20 seconds to finally relax. That was one set down. We got 2 more to go. All right, almost back to it. Driving those heels in the floor, squeezing those glutes, driving up onto your shoulders. Set number 2. Here we go. Glute bridge marching. There's 5 seconds left. Alrighty, extending one leg, keeping those hips up high. Only the shoulders and the heel on the floor. Pulling that other knee up towards your chest or driving it in and out. All right, right away onto that second side. And if you're struggling, you can hold onto the floor with the arms, a little extra support. Otherwise, hands up, or you can hold your head. Three seconds left. Nice job. All right, chance to relax. And a quick note about that hamstring one, if it is ending up a little bit too difficult for you, the more you bend your knee, the easier it's going to be. And, but I wouldn't lock my leg out fully. I do keep like a soft bend. All right, here we go. Our final set. Into that glute bridge position and pulling one knee up towards your chest. Nice, set a good pace, about 5 seconds left. Keep those hips up high. Nice, one leg's extended as much as you're comfortable. Holding it there or tucking that knee in and out. Good, 3, 2, 1, and the other side. Nice, keep up the good work, hold strong, keep those hips up high. Five seconds, 3 seconds. And relax, all right. Well, we made it through that first series there. Another chance to grab some water while I get us set up for the next one. Next one, we're going to be working with a 30-second interval. All right. And I got 3 exercises for you that we are going to work through 4 sets. So exercise number 1, I'm going to angle this just a little bit so I don't lose my head. Perfect. All right, exercise number 1 is going to be a squat to a one-legged deadlift. Squat, and I'm keeping a soft bend in my knee, putting my weight through that hip, pulling myself down. Ooh, find that good balance, right? Then I use my hamstring and my glute to pull myself back up to the top. And that one we're going to alternate sides, squat to one-leg deadlift. Exercise number 2 is called the inchworm. So I'm here in this push-up position, but my hands can be extended beyond my shoulders. I'm going to walk my feet up towards my hands as much as I feel comfortable, getting a good stretch. Then I'm going to walk my feet back Once again, I'm in this kind of fully overextended push-up position. Hands in front of my shoulders, feet back as far as I can. And I spend that 30 seconds walking my feet up and then walking my feet back. The last one, we're going to be on all fours, easy transition. We're going to do kickbacks. One leg and then the other. The important part of the kickback is that when I do look to extend my hip, I'm trying not to extend my back at the same time. So keep the core tight, keep the back nice and flat. Have that motion come from your femur, your thigh bone, moving in your hip socket, and not extending your back as you kick up. All right, so like I said, 30 seconds of work, and we get a 10-second rest or transition. We're gonna go for 4 sets. Squat to the one leg deadlift is first, so find a spot and spread out. Make sure you're not gonna kick anything, and let's get after it. All right, here we go. Squat and reach that leg back. Nice, if you're struggling with the balance, you can go arms off to the side. That'll always help a little bit. Otherwise, I like to keep my hands nice and tight. Elbows to knees with every squat. I'm gonna get that foot and back in line with your head at the top on that one leg deadlift. Nice, good work, keep it up. Okay, there we go. Inchworms are next. I'm finding that extended push-up position. And here we go. Walking those feet up. Working with the flexibility that you got. And then walking back. You can soft bend to your knee. I'm feeling a great stretch through my hamstrings and a little bit of my calves too. Only slightly on my low back. If it is hurting your low back, just don't walk your feet up as far. All right, now we're down on all fours doing the kickbacks. Remember, the key point was keeping that back nice and flat. All right, here we go, and I'm kicking one leg then the other. Try to draw the bottom of my foot up towards the sky. Ten seconds left here, keep kicking. All right, nice job. 10 seconds to stand on up. Get ready for round 2, squat to the one leg deadlift. All right, and here we go. Squat it down and then kicking it back. Set a good pace, doing great. 10 seconds left. Nice job. All right, let's get set up for those inchworms. All right, and here we go. Good work. Halfway through the round. Keep it up. And relax. All right, down for the kickbacks here. And here we go. Set a good pace for yourself. Try and keep that tempo going. Alternating sides. Nice job. 15 seconds left. Five seconds left. All right. Halfway through, guys. It was 2 sets. 2 more to go. Squats and back to that one leg deadlift. Here we go. Nice, good tempo. Halfway. Good, finish strong. One more. All right, good work. Inchworms are next, down on the floor. All right, Andy, here we go. Keep those legs straight as much as you can. A soft bend is okay. Challenge that flexibility. How close can you get those feet towards the hands? Nice, 10 seconds left. All right, kickbacks. And hey, a simple way to make this a little bit easier, instead of bouncing on my knees, I can bounce on my toes and my hands and do the kickback. All right, so alternating sides still, and I'm going to try and taking my knees up off the floor for the next 2 rounds. A little bit more challenging, especially for that upper body. Bend on my thighs too. Again, it's me picking my knees up off the floor when I do it. 5 seconds. All right, it's round 3 complete. We got one more set, one final set. Back up to the squat to the deadlift. And here we go. Nice, set a good pace and keep it up. We have 10 seconds left. All right, good work. Last time on our inchworms. All right, and here we go. Once again, keeping that tension off your low back, but I'm hoping you're making some flexibility gains here. Getting those feet up a little bit closer to your hands. Nice job. I'll try about one more. And relax. One last time for the kickbacks. And here we go. Last 30 seconds to work. Nice, good balance, good control with those knees up off the floor. Got about 10 seconds left. And relax. All right, well, that brings us to the end of that strength series. As usual, we got the core and the cardio coming up next. Got a chance to grab some water. All right. We have another series using that 30-second intervals. This time only 3 sets and 3 new core exercises. So curl ups are 1. I'm going to pull my shoulders up off the floor. I'm not trying to tuck my chin towards my hips. I'm just using my upper abdominal muscles to pull my ribs down, driving my head up towards the ceiling, pulling my shoulder blades off the floor. Exercise number 2 is the flutter kicks. Either hands down by your side, or if you need to, it'll make it a little easier to go hands underneath your hips. The lower your legs, the more of a challenge it is. And the last one is the knee tucks. It's in that same position. Hands on your hips or hands by your side. Either one's fine. Tucking both knees in and out. All right, so once again, 30 seconds of each of them. This time we only have 3 sets, though, instead of 4. So find a spot, and we'll start with the curl-ups. Again, not focusing on curling my head towards my hips, but my head up towards the sky. All right. And here we go, set number one. Roll up, set a good pace. Again, just pick those shoulder blades up off the floor. Good, halfway through it, keep it going. Angle my screen down just a little. All right, 10 seconds to rest here, and then we're gonna get it going with the flutter kicks again. Hands to the hips or hands to your side. And here we go. Kicking those legs as straight as you can. I like to go head up to keep the tension off my back. If your neck is fatiguing, you can definitely hold on to your head. That's A-okay. Just keep kicking those legs. Now we're on to the lower core and hip flexors. All right, a chance to relax those abs for just a moment. Now we're doing the knee tucks. I'm starting with both knees in and out. And here we go. Straighten those legs out as low as you can. Tucking those knees up towards your chest. Again, good strength through that lower core to control your pelvis. And also those hip flexor muscles to pull those knees in. 10 seconds left. And relax. All right, set number one complete. We are going to go back to the curl-ups. And here we go. Try to get those shoulder blades completely off the floor as best you can. Hold that top position for just a moment and then set it back down. Nice job, 10 seconds. And relax. All right, great work there. We're back to the flutter kicks. Again, hands underneath your hips will definitely help. I'm using my hands to support my head. Either one's just fine. All right, here we go. And keep that tension off your back. Legs as low as you can with keeping your low back flat to the floor. Set up a really good pace, kicking those legs. Nice, 10 seconds left. Good, 5 seconds left. And a chance to relax. Nice job. All right, finishing set number two here with the knee tucks. Tucking those knees in and out. Here we go. If this is bothering your back at all, just don't be so aggressive with how far you're driving both knees up. And as always, keeping that low back on the ground. Nice job, 10 seconds. Keep it up. Get those legs out, maybe just a little bit lower. Nice job. All right, good push. Abs are burning, working super hard. We got one more time to get through it, though. All right, and here we go. Getting those curl ups in. Pulling those shoulder blades all the way up off the floor. Again, think about reaching that head up towards the ceiling. Nice, 10 seconds left. All right, good finish there. On to the flutter kicks. Hey, last time with all these exercises, give it everything you got. All right, find that good position, set a good pace, and keep it up. Nice, maybe legs a little bit lower, halfway through. Keep that back on the ground though. Keep it going, 10 seconds. And relax. Nice job. You have one final thing to do. One final thing to do with those knee tucks. All righty, here we go. Tucking those knees in and out. Ten seconds. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, nice job. All right, a chance to grab some water. And we're going to move on to our last little bit, which is the conditioning. All right, so for conditioning, our intervals are going to be 10 seconds, 10 seconds. We're just going to alternate between 2 exercises for 10 seconds. Okay, yep. So 10 seconds of each one. We got the mountain climbers and then also the scissor run. So I will show you both of those. Mountain climbers are here. Mountain climbers driving my knee up towards my chest. And then exercise number 2 is the scissor run. Scissor runs are here. I know I'm kind of losing it with the angle there. Okay, that's a little bit better. And then the scissor runs are here. I got long extended legs, arms and legs are driving. I'm trying to get a good spread to my legs. Not like a lunge jump completely, but a good spread. Alternate between those two, we got 10-10 for 4 rounds, then 10-10 for 3 rounds, and then a final 10-10 just for 2 rounds. And we'll take a little bit of break between each one. All right, so guys, find your spots. Let's get it going with the mountain climbers first, and then there's no break. We're popping right up into that scissor run. 4 rounds to start. All right, mountain climbers first. And here we go. Nice at a good pace. It goes quick. All right, stand up right away, and here we go. We are running, scissor run, long extended legs, arms and legs are working. Back down, mountain climbers. That was 1 round done. All right, popping up quick. Here's the scissor run. Nice job, team. We're halfway through round 3. And here we go, back up. Last little bit here, one more time, mountain climbers. And the scissor run, finish strong. And relax. All right, chance to breathe for just a moment. Grab a quick sip of water if you need. I'll adjust my timer. Now we only have 3 rounds. All right. One more big deep breath and let's get after it. Find the spot on the floor. Back down for the mountain climbers to start. All right, again, only 3 rounds this time. It's getting better. And here we go. Set a really good pace. The time goes quick. And here we go. We are up. All right, back down. Keep pushing. Popping up and down quick. And we are back up running. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Appreciate all the effort. All right, last little push for this one. And finishing with the run. Whew. All right. Big deep breath, chance to relax. We got the 2 rounds coming up, but let's take a moment to catch our breath. Sip of water if you need it. All right, team. Well, hey, like I said, 2 rounds on this last one. Up and down from the mountain climbers to the scissors, but only 2 times. All right, so it's our final push here, so let's keep that heart rate up just a little bit, and let's get back after it. All right, ready, set, and here we go. Final sprint here. And we're up, scissor run. Big motions, keep it going. Last bit. And the scissor run to finish. All right, nice job, guys. That was great. Love it. Good effort there. Grab some water if you need it. I'm gonna do a quick cool down for you next. All right, again, keep that water with you. We're gonna start nice and easy with the head circles. Shake that tension out of your arms and your neck. Gentle rotations. We're doing the gentle rotations of the joints to help ease that transition from that work state to that recovery state. Try and circle the other direction for me, please. Also, building a routine with your cool down. We're always coming back to exercises that you're more familiar with is going to help facilitate that recovery. Your nervous system doesn't have to be elevated because we're not trying to continue to learn new things. All right, upper back rotations, rotating side to side. So that's why I like to build a routine with my cool down. Head can move too with the rotation of the upper back. If you're getting dizzy, just lock those eyes forward. All right, arm rotations, and I'm circling forwards. Nice gentle movements. If those shoulders want to rotate, by all means. All right, try the other direction. Not forcing anything, I'm trying to shake out the tension. Keep that blood flow going so my heart will continue to pump through and get rid of all the metabolic waste, lactic acid, hydrogen, all that acid that builds up in your muscles. Let's try the other direction for me, please. Nice and easy with those shoulder joint rotations. All right, let's try the other direction. Let the body move naturally, however it feels. Try not to force anything. Shaking all the tension out of that shoulder and the neck. All right, let's move our way down to the hips. Easing the pressure on our back, sitting those hips back, pushing those hips forward. Soft bend the knees. Again, let those feet rotate, do whatever the needs to do. Other direction for me, please. Yep, a little bit of back extension there. Keep it going, almost there. All right, feet together, soft bend the knee, grabbing onto your thighs, and we're rotating at the knees. All right, other direction. All right, let's move our way down to the ankles now. I'm gonna do some ankle stretching here, ankle rocking, back and forth. Drawing my knee over my toes. Relative to the warm-ups here as we like to do, I'm not picking those toes up here. I'm just working that ankle through its range of motion. Try the other side. Nice, just a couple more here, keeping that foot flat. All right, last little bit, I'm going to be on my knuckles and I'm dropping the top of my hand down towards the floor, keeping my arms straight. Just a couple more here. All right, sitting back on your heels, let's relax for just another moment. Take this final 15 seconds to really center yourself, try and relax. Transition again from that work state to that rest state. So about 15 seconds here, just big deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, nice job, team. Hey, one more big deep breath. Nice long exhale. All right, good work there. Awesome, great job with that workout. Whether you're starting your day, you started it off right, or you're finishing your day, you ended on a good note. Appreciate you guys working through the video today, and I can't wait to see you guys again.